Hey, welcome back to my channel. And before I get started with this video, I just want to say thank y'all so very much for 500 subscribers. Like, I literally was just upstairs screaming a couple minutes ago. I'm so happy. Thank y'all so much. Like, anybody who do YouTube know YouTube is a journey and it's nowhere near easy. So to hit 500 subscribers is very huge accomplishment for me. I'm so thankful. Words cannot express. Thank y'all so much. And I can get into a whole speech, but I'm just not gonna do it because I know y'all came to watch the video. So I'm about to get right to this video. I'm just so happy. I can't help it. Okay, let's get to the video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to turn this. So first thing first, y'all see I have my SpongeBob shirt laid out on the floor. Let me bring it down some because I want y'all to be able to see it really good. Let me see, hold on. Okay, so I got my shirt. You want to make sure that you lay it out very neatly. As neat as possible. And I want to make sure SpongeBob and Patrick's still in the shirt. Okay, so I have some heavy duty scissors, a measuring tape, and a shirt. So first thing first, I'm about to take the SpongeBob shirt and fold it in half. Okay, so I'm putting it on a fold because I just feel like cutting on a fold is easier. But let me... I'm trying to make sure it's as neat as possible because it's not lining up. Okay, so I'm making sure it's as neat as possible because you want this to line up right. It's not super flat, but I think I'm okay with this. So I'm gonna take this little white shirt. And y'all do not mind this shirt, it is a little dingy. But I only wear this in the house. So this is one of my little house shirts. And so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just folding the shirt in half. And I'm about to show y'all when I lay it out. So I fold it in half. Make sure it's as even as possible. And I'm actually smaller than this shirt too, but I'm gonna use this shirt just for my pattern of how I want it to be. I'm gonna line it up. And these shirts need to be even. I hate when it be giving me a little hard time. And it's just about to really be like a super mini dress because I don't even know if I could put my hips into this because this shirt is kind of short. So I may not even be able to put my hips in this, but we gonna see how this go. So this how it should look. Little on top of big. And I'm going to literally trace around it. So, and I think I'm going to make my sleeves a little shorter because I don't want to get into this seam. So, I'm just picking up. So you want to cut. And it stopped like right there. So I'm gonna bring my sleeve in right here. Boom. Then I'm gonna start cutting. I feel like right here, like where my waist gonna be at, I'm gonna gonna bring it in a tad of a bit. Cause mind y'all, I'm smaller than this shirt that I'm cutting. And I'm gonna make some hips too. Like bring this out some down here. Even though I'm about to measure it to see, but I'm gonna make this a little bit wider. I may have to bring this in for my perfect fit. I hope y'all can see. And this is how it looks when I open it. So this is how it should look. And let me see, okay. And let me tell y'all where we gonna sew it. This should be able to fit me. It still look kind of a little bit big because I told y'all that shirt is bigger than me. But this one I'm about to sew it. Leave this open because this is your sleeve. You're not gonna sew here. You're only gonna sew, gonna line these up, and you're going to sew here and all the way down. And the same thing over here. Here and all the way down. So we're about to go to the sewing machine real quick. And before you start sewing, you want to make sure you turn the shirt inside out. So the sponge bob will be in the inside. So flip it inside out. So you see the sponge bob. So you will see the tag because it's inside out. Okay, and I'm going to put it on the machine. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first half. And I did not pin this because this is like an easy sew to me, so I feel like you don't have to pin it. If you are a beginner, you can pin though. Nothing wrong with pinning, nothing against pinning. I do pin, but for this project, I'm just not going to pin it. So here we go. So I'm starting with where my sleeves were. I'm going to sew, back stitch, and I feel like this might fit good only because I did not allow seam allowance at all because it was so big. So I feel like with the seam allowance, that will help this fit good. So, but we'll see how this is gonna fit me because y'all know I'm about to try it on right now. And I'm just lining it up again because as y'all know, I did not pin this. So I'm just making sure it all aligns. And this fabric kind of folding now that I cut it, so. Okay. And I'm just using white thread. Throw that out there. I'm doing like an inch for seam allowance because it looked like it's going to like an inch. Some parts look like it's a ½ inch, but it's giving like an inch. But that's good because that'll take 2 inches off. So this should fit me good. So when you get to the end, you always want to make sure you back stitch. And this is my back stitch button. Let me show y'all. My back stitch button is right here. So this is how I back stitch. So now that I have the one side completely sewn, I'm about to go ahead and sew the other side. So I just pull this off. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to put the other half of the dress on the machine. And I'm going to start with the sleeve part. And let me make sure this is lined up to perfection. Okay. So I'm gonna put this down. And by the way, I'm using a straight stitch for this. And I'm just making sure it lines up good as I go. I feel like this is gonna be fitting. So I'm going to make sure I backstitch like that. So this is the final look now that it's all sewed. And this was like an extra large, so as y'all can see it is kind of short. But y'all see now it's nice and fitted. The good thing about this is that it's already hemmed on the bottom, so you do not have to hem it. The only part I will have to hem is really optional is the sleeve, but I did a real clean cut. So okay, so I had went ahead and got it sewed. I love the way that it fit, but I noticed that I want to change this into a v-neck. So I'm about to see if I can do it, because I normally, okay, let's just see. I should be able to do it. I'm going to just fold it in half like I did the first time. Make sure I get it in the middle. Where is my scissors? And you know what? I normally cut my V's in half, like, but it'd be one piece, so like the back and the front don't be together yet. This is already together, so I'm gonna have to just trust my judgment on this and hope that I can get this right. So I'm gonna start cutting right here, cause I do want to show a little bit of cleavage. Like, come here, girl. Show me a little something. Okay, so I will have to hem this part, but I'm actually not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna show y'all how it looks on him. So this is the final look. I really hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all learned something new. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video if you really like the video. And yeah, also y'all, I'm still working on that outro. I still haven't thought of one yet, but I'll figure it out soon.